Hello, I am Aaron Johnson, and this is a tutorial for Glogster. It's sort of a follow-up tutorial for any of you that may need some refreshment regarding your knowledge of Glogster before you decide to use it in your classroom. Glogster is essentially a presentation tool that comes in sort of a poster-like form that students often find aesthetically pleasing and engaging. When you log on to Glogster, you're going to come on to what's called My Dashboard, which is sort of where you operate out of. It tells you about the type of Glogster account that you have and other glogs that you already have existing. But for the purposes of this tutorial, we're going to do a brief demonstration of how to create a glog, some of the features offered by Glogster. When you're creating a new glog, you click on the aptly named Create New Glog icon, and that takes you into this is Glogster. Glogster, it has some information here that's on all of the initial pages that you open. You can simply delete that information, which will give you obviously more space to put other things more specific to what it is you're trying to accomplish. Most students, when they first go into Glogster, well, first of all, let me say that this black box here that has several different categories is basically all of the functions that are afforded Glogster. You've got graphics, text, image, video, sound, etc. And I'll walk through some of those features here in a moment. Most students, when they're creating a glog, they will initially start with the wall. The wall is essentially the canvas on which they will create their posters, their presentations. And once you've chosen any of these boxes, you'll be given a variety of options regarding different posters, different forms of presentation, different things that you can add to make your presentation more appealing. And once you've decided on a particular something you want to add to your presentation, in this situation a wall, a background, you'll click on it and then click Use It. And you notice that as soon as I click Use It, that suddenly became my wall, the background for my presentation. Probably the most important feature, at least from a teacher standpoint, is the text option. This is where students will include all text for their poster presentation. And again, just like the wall, for text, you're given a variety of choices. You've got what these are like thought bubbles. You've got stickers, titles, and then you've got a lot of categories again that are more representative of the people who use this most commonly. Young people. You've got categories such as pop rock, hippie, cute, things of that nature. But again, this is where you're going to place your text. So let's just choose this one again, just as a means of showing you how this works. So once I've clicked Use It, it should be. Well, maybe I just clicked. Let's try one more time. Okay, all right, and once you've chosen something, in this case I've chosen a text box. By clicking on it, you can then choose to stretch, make it smaller, larger, and then once you've decided on a shape, and you can also twist it. You can make it kind of funky. Kids like that. Anyways, you can choose the edit option, and then you can go in and eliminate existing text, and then add something that's more pertinent to your project. Again, this is just an example, but I'll add something that I'm somewhat familiar with, and click OK, and then there it is. My text box has now become part of my project. And I can move it and do all kinds of things with it. And then I'm going to go back to my options here as far as actions I can do with Glogster. Image is another common usage for Glogster because it does appeal to the eye, so you want to have, of course, images in place where students can choose to upload images that they already have existing on their computer and then place them on their poster. I've got some images here from a previous project, and I'll just use one of those just to show you how it works. And again, there's an image of a 19th century wagon that is now part of my presentation. And just like the text, you can do all kinds of neat things to it. So that is just one of, that's just an image that you could then add to your subsequent presentation. For those students who may be more proficient in their use of technology, you have the option of uploading videos. Uploading existing videos that are currently housed on your laptop, or you can, there's a feature here known as SchoolTube, which is Glogster sanctioned source of video files, which you can then also upload to your presentation. You can add sound, data, where you can add existing documents to your presentation, graphics, which these are basically animations that are endorsed by Glogster. I'll just show you one briefly, which again is about making it essentially more aesthetically pleasing. And I'm just sort of playing around with Glogster, and I think it's important to encourage students, especially maybe when you're first introducing a tool, to have them sort of play around with it. What one author referred to as creative play, where they just become more familiar with it and how it works. It's a great way of combining, it's visually pleasing, but at the same time it does allow students to display their content knowledge in the various text boxes and images that are reflective of what they've learned. Completed work can then be, depending on the way you receive student work, can be students can send links to existing projects, where then teachers can simply click on the link and take them directly to the work. But that would just vary based on the way you receive student work. But Glogster is a really great, really visually appealing, engaging form of presentation that students often choose because, again, it appeals to that demographic. And I would be glad to, and this was just a short, brief walkthrough of how Glogster works, but I would be glad to assist anyone that has any questions regarding Glogster or any other presentation tool. Any question or issue that may arise, I'd be glad to help you with. But thanks for watching, and I hope this works well for you.